Imagine being laid to rest in a grave only to be moved years later without your consent so that your plot could be resold. Well, that is exactly what happened at Burr Oak Cemetery in the Chicago area. Once upon a time, Burr Oak Cemetery was a popular cemetery, home to many celebrities such as blues singer Willie Dixon. Due to its popularity, the cemetery began to run out of space, so then director Carolyn Towns came up with an idea to make more space by freeing it up. She presented 3 employees the idea that they could relocate remains and resell their plots. Caretakers Maurice Staley, Keith Nix, and his brother Terrence Nix took up on the idea and got to work. They began to dig up graves and relocate remains to a remote area on the northern edge of the cemetery. Burial containers and bodies were piled up with garbage and dirt. This carried on for 6 years until the cemetery owners themselves suspected something was up and filed a complaint to the local police department. On June 3, 2009, Sergeant Jason Morin visited the property for the first time. When he got to the northern edge of the cemetery, he found piles of dirt with skeletal remains coming out of them. He first saw the upper and lower jawbone containing teeth of a deceased individual. On July 8, 2009, investigators raided the property and over a month period recovered over 1,500 bones, setting a minimum victim number at 29. However, it is believed that between 200 to 400 graves were disturbed between 2003 and 2009. The employees have since been charged and sentenced. Mastermind Carolyn Towns was sentenced to 12 years in prison. Maurice Daly received 3 years of probation. Keith Nix was sentenced to 6 years in prison and Terrence Nix was sentenced to 3 years in prison. Despite its passing, the scandal will forever haunt the cemetery and the families it affected. May everyone at Burr Oak Cemetery rest in peace.